Hello, handsome. What a day, Dave. You look lonely. I can fix that.
Hello all, my name is Josh, student number 2049.913, and this is a video for my online power and resistance class at the Curtin University. Specifically, in this video I'll be discussing the advertising policies of the adult site OnlyFans in the amendments made to Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act in US law, commonly referred to as Fosta and Sesta. This presentation will show you how these laws, under the guise of moral censorship, had a catastrophic impact on sex workers, and how OnlyFans advertising policy now helps sex workers in the sex work industry in the modern day. For those unaware, OnlyFans is primarily an adult content site where amateur and professional porn stars and sex workers can sell their content for a monthly subscription to their followers, allowing these models to make an independent living on their own terms. Buried amongst the platform's terms of service, OnlyFans has its own advertising policy. To demonstrate the importance of said policy, first I'd like to explain some legislation surrounding sex work and online platforms. The aforementioned policies, Fosta and Sesta, respectively, stand for the Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act and the Stop Enabling Sex Trafficking Act in US law, which were amendments made and implemented to Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act back in 2018 under Donald Trump's administration. Essentially, these laws aim to hold platforms across the internet liable for their users' posts and engagement, with the noble goal of stopping organised sex trafficking through online spaces. Before these amendments were implemented, consensual sex workers were able to network online through sites such as Craigslist, Tumblr, Instagram, and most prominently at the time, Backpage. This provided those within the industry access to information regarding potential clients. Abusive or untrustworthy individuals could be blacklisted, and security was able to be hired if required. Following Sesta Fosta, these resources were stripped away, which resulted in 3/4 of the sex industry becoming more financially unstable, more subject to violence and assault within their work, and unable to access critical health resources like gynecologists. As a result, a plethora of sex workers flocked to platforms like OnlyFans, taking back control of their careers and advertising their services to their followers within a controlled environment. The platform's advertising policy consists of the following rules. You must ensure that any advertising content which you post to your creator account does not prejudice respect for human dignity, include or promote discrimination based on sex, racial or ethnic origin, nationality, religion or belief, disability, age or sexual orientation, encourage behaviour prejudicial to health or safety, encourage behaviour grossly prejudicial to the protection of the environment, cause physical, mental or moral detriment to any person, directly urge persons to purchase or rent goods or services in a manner which exploits their inexperience or credulity, directly encourages persons to persuade others to purchase or rent goods or services, exploit the trust of persons in others, or unreasonably show persons in dangerous situations. This advertising policy is important, as it is merely designed with the intent to protect its users' well-being and not overstep any boundaries that may infringe upon the platform's creators' rights. It allows for the advertisement of third-party goods and services relevant to a creator's brand, and given the nature of OnlyFans as an adult platform, it is undoubtable that the aforementioned service of sex work would fall within this category. As adults, we assume responsibility for our own best interests and should expect our agency not to be infringed upon by the government. Although predicated on a virtuous and moral goal, the Sesta and Fosta policies have severely impacted the lives of individuals within the sex work industry, constricting their freedom to provide services to the public, and according to an analysis from the Washington Post, has been scarcely effective at all in stopping the crime of sex trafficking. Given these outcomes, perhaps it would be more productive for the government to work in tandem with digital platforms such as OnlyFans to develop and refine policy that both helps law-abiding citizens and proactively and aggressively drives criminals away from digital platforms. Thank you all for listening.